Right, so I'm going to attempt to solder this, and hopefully the actual schematic itself is good. So I'll just get some solder. I won't need any flux, I don't think, just the solder. And so there's my solder ready. I've got the helping hand, which I may or may not need. Now, I've never done this before, soldered onto the pad on the surface, but you know, how hard can it be? So, I'm going to take this one out actually, and I'll take the Arduino out of the prototype thing because this is already flashed, isn't it? So I'll push that in there, and I'm going to solder the Arduino first. Right, so here we go. This is going to be really awkward, but let's see what it does. Let's move this up. Right then. Oh yeah, this is awkward. Is it going to work? Oh yeah, it's working. Yep, it's working. Okay, it's not the nicest of jobs, but it is working. So now the other side, and let's try the other side. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go this way actually. And there we go. So I've done the Arduino. Now I'll show you. It is not pretty. But it has worked. So now it's time to put the components on, and the components are going to be a lot easier. So, resistors next. Heat it up. This is going to be easier now, a lot easier. Heat it up, push some in, and it's done. Heat it up, push some in. Oh yeah, that's actually quite nice. That's okay. And I'm going to do all this side first. There we go. So what's left? These resistors now. Yep, got that one too. So just check. Yep, that's good. And now the MOSFET, I suppose. There we go, that appears to have got it. So I've got all the resistors, or the MOSFET and the resistors and the Arduino in. So next we'll do the capacitor. So plus to plus, take that out for a minute. Plus to plus and minus to minus. Push that in there. I suppose I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do it like that. Okay. On this one. Yeah, so I suppose the way to look at this is like SMT soldering, really. Right. That's that done. Push that up. Alright, and now we've got the buzzer. Now let's just check the buzzer. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So take this out a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Will I be able to do it? Oh, yes, it worked. It actually worked. So now the last part. Yeah, I did it. I did it. Right, so it's actually not a bad job either. Although it's just hovering, which is a bit ridiculous, but it's working. So I'll take that off. And the buzzer's on, so we're getting there. What's left? So we've got the USB connection, which is over here. And the USB connector is a difficult one again. I think in hindsight I shouldn't have soldered the capacitor in, because if I hadn't have done that it would have been a lot easier. I wonder if it'll move out the way. Maybe. So let's try it like that. You can't really see very well, I know, but I'll give it a go. Oh, that isn't very nice, but it has done it. Right, so what's left? The only thing that's left really is the cell holder, so I'll take it off the prototype. Oh no, of course there's the wires as well. But the cell holder now, I'll just desolder it off the prototype. And there we go, it's finally off. Right, so next, let's move this away. Now, let's give it a try. Let's try and heat it up. There we go, that's got a nice coating on this one. The iron's not getting hot enough to do it. There we go. And now I'll attempt to put these on, I suppose. So this is plus and that's minus. So let's give this a go. Okay, that's one terminal on. Now the other terminal. Let's heat the pad up again. Okay, put that on there. And heat the little lag thing up. There we go. So that's kind of complete. Now I've just got to do the small wires. There's the PCB, and you can see the cell terminal, the MOSFET, the resistors, the Pro Mini, some resistors here, the buzzer, capacitor, the power. So now I've just got to do the wiring. Yeah, see, the way I originally designed this was for a wire to go off to the case of the thing. And again a wire for the switch, and two wires for that, and two wires to go up with the wires here to the OLED. Anyway, I'll just snip these off. But there we go, so all of the ends are snipped off. It looks really good from behind actually, look at that. So next is just the wires. So I'll just have a clear out and then I'll carry on. Okay, next it's time to wire these ribbon things up. So I've separated the wires using a little pair of snips. Now I just need to tear some of the insulation off, and it should be good to go. I'll just push them through the holes from behind, I think. I might need to twist them a little bit to get them to go through nicely. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so last piece of wire now, and this is what I resorted to doing in the end because it was too time consuming. Thread them through, push blue tack in to hold it, turn it the other way around like this, and just solder them in. It's a lot easier because it means the blue tack assures that the stuff isn't going to, you know, the wire isn't going to pull out. So heat the pad up, then just put some on, just like that. There we go. So as you can see, you know, it's not amazing, but it's not too bad. So all I need to do now is just cut these little tail pieces off. Right, so this is where we're up to now. I've made the board, put all the pieces in, and we've got these ribbons which are free. So what I'll need to do now is of course finish off the ribbons. So this one here will go to OLED power, right, so I'll leave that on for the time being. This one here also goes to the OLED, so I'll leave those two there. They will probably be tied together at some point. This one here goes to the switch, the tact switch. And this one here goes to the LED. So I'll do the switch first, the tact switch. So I have to find one. So these are my switches, and I suppose we're looking for something like that. Got toggle switches and all sorts in here. Maybe I'll just use one of these posh ones here, or one of these. Let's use one of these ones, if I can open the thing. There we go. So I'll use one of these here. It doesn't toggle, so that's ideal. Get these out of the way. Yeah, so I'm going to solder this to the switch part here. That's something I'll need to do next. And there we go. So now it's just a case of soldering them together. So I think I'll do it this way. Do some heat shrink on that as well, really. Then again, when they're soldered, they probably won't touch anyway. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And let's give this a go. I put some on the wire so that it stiffens the wire so it can't move. Let's do the other side now. And there we go, so that's the switch done as well now. Okay, so now to find this diode. It's one of these ones. The longer one is ground, and I'm not sure about the other two. I assume the shorter one's red, but we'll see. So I'll do the ground one first. And these probably will need to have heat shrink because we don't want them touching. So I've got some heat shrink there. Okay, so left to do now is the OLED, and I could solder it to a little header thing so that I can push, pull this off and put it back on, but I'm just going to solder it on because it's just easier, and yeah, whatever, I'm just going to solder it on. So now if you've got a different one of these, this thing should work, but you might just need to change the wiring. So for me, I've got this thing wired, as you can probably see here. It says CS, DC, Res, D1 and D0. And obviously you're going to need to match it accordingly. And let's just recap now. We've got the LED, we've got the button, and we've got the OLED. And I need a cell. This is an old cell that I was messing about with ages ago. Oh, you can see that these screw holes are there as well. I could screw that in, but I'm not going to. So I need a cell now. So I'll just get one from over here. Okay, and here's the finished project, and it's all working. It's draining as we speak, although the colours aren't right, but we'll change that in the code. So there we go, and these pieces here would be stuck into the case, and there'd be some sort of cover over this here, maybe not over the resistors, maybe a grill across there. So yeah, the cover would probably come over here, over the electronics here, but probably expose all these elements here, because these need to, obviously you need to get to that, and these need to have their heat dissipated. So anyway, it all appears to be working, so let's just do some checks now and make sure.